What's up, YouTube? This is my Pollarna bike. It's an M4, 750 watt. It's like a 48 volt. Has a Samsung battery. It's like 8-speed e-bike, pedal assist. I'm not like an e-bike fanatic, so this is just my honest opinion of how this bike has been to me for the last year. My only real complaint is the tires that it comes with. It very well might be the terrain that I ride my bike on here in California, but every time I take it on an off-road trail, I pick up these little thorns called hog noses, and they pop my tire like every time I get on a trail. So I have to get these inner tube liners, and I've upgraded that, and I haven't had a problem since. But was the first problem that I had. The second problem that I had was that when I went to change the tire, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get these little pads lined up and stuff like that. But it threw a code up there which let me know that I did something wrong back here. So that was kind of neat, but at the same time, like, it's a little bit tricky if you've never like messed with disc brakes and stuff like that. So you might want to have like a little bit of knowledge before you really take it apart if you're not really mechanically inclined. But it is really easy. I've never had any problems. If you want to take off the tire, just a little plug right here. Just pop off these little caps, unscrew it, and the tire just drops right off after you remove the chain over the sprocket. But it's a super great bike. Folds in half. You lift this up, fold your handlebars down. And maybe the only other thing that I really don't like about this bike is that when you turn on this, you can see the screen like really well right now, and you can see it really well out in the daylight. But if you have on polarized sunglasses, it totally washes out your screen, so you can't see anything through the lenses of a polarized lens looking down at that during the sunlight. And another thing that I really did like about this, which is pretty common for most e-bikes these days, is that it already has a headlight and tail light installed. If you press the brake, that lights up. So I didn't want to have to worry about a separate lamp and tail light like you do on old bikes where you had to throw a battery in or keep it recharged. I figured if I have to keep my bike recharged, I don't need to keep my taillight and headlamp recharged. And I really don't ride this bike enough to be caught out at dark like all the time, but I just wanted to have it just in case, because usually when I do go riding, it's in the evenings. And it's good to be safe on the road. It's good to be seen. But it's a good bike. Also has 8 speeds. And then you can change all these settings in here. You can really dial in, like, so you got 5 different speed modes for your electric, and you can change each setting for like each power level, which I thought was really cool. That's probably like one of my favorite things about this bike. I have an electric scooter my wife rides, and it does nothing how fast this is. So I was able to dial in my second gear to the exact speed that my scooter goes, so that way I don't have to worry about keep on speeding up or slowing down. We can literally stay the same speed. So I thought that was really cool. So perhaps if you have 2 different e-bikes, you could kind of set it up, and that way you're not always stop and go. I like that feature. But yeah, like I said, this is my 1-year review. I think it's a solid bike, especially for only $1,200, man. Like, I wish I would have waited, but what would I be riding? So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, you guys. looking at the ad again, and it says it's supposed to do 31 miles an hour, or 32, sorry, 32 miles an hour. Right now, my speedometer says I'm doing 30. And I'm pedaling. This is pedal assist. Slightly going uphill, and I'm holding at a 28, going 29. See if we can get a speed check on the radar. Heading into the wind pretty good. And my speedometer says 26. That's unbelievable.